what you say, food family. Mike here, and welcome back to the channel for another great culinary adventure. Today I'm bringing you another amazing barbecue video because we're making one of my favorite appetizers, pork shotgun shells. We're going to take some pork and shredded cheese, season that up, stuff it in some manicotti shells, wrap it in bacon, throw it in a smoker, and finish it off with a delicious barbecue sauce. So good your guests won't want to leave once they start eating them. In fact, you're going to need the real deal just to keep them away. Pow! Let's get cooking. Alright folks, these pork shotgun shells have been all the rage the past couple of years. You can season up however you like, sweet, spicy, super barbecue, it doesn't really matter. Today I'm going to show you the base recipe I like to start people out with. We're going to be using a pound of hot breakfast sausage, a pound of regular ground pork, a couple cups of shredded cheese, and any barbecue dry rub of your choice. So I'm going to be using my Grub's Sweet Heat Rub, which will be linked in the description below. Other than that, let me get some gloves on. We'll get all this stuff in a bowl and get it mixed up. With the sausage in the bowl, all we gotta do is add our shredded cheese now. Like I said earlier, you can use whatever kind of cheese you like. If you want to do a spicy cheese or a mixture of cheese, I'm just going cheddar today, keeping things simple. And we're going to season that up with some rub. And we mix. Alright, that hot breakfast sausage and the ground pork seem to be mixed well. The cheese is mixed throughout the entire thing, so I'm going to go ahead and get our manicotti shells and we'll start stuffing. Alright folks, got the manicotti shells here. We'll say this is the one tedious part of this recipe. You just got to stuff it. It takes some time. There's no way around it. So that being said, grab a little bit of the meat, and what I like to do is just take my thumb and start working it down in there. There is no right or wrong way. You can try a piping bag if you want, but honestly, you can't get it jammed in there because you want to have it fully pushed in there and solid. You don't want any air gaps. So I just take it and just work it down with my thumb bit by bit. And it takes time. But you just want to be careful not to break your shell. Not a big deal if you break your shell. We are going to wrap it in bacon. But push it all the way through. And then just as it starts to poke out the other edge, flatten that off, fill that last little gap, and just like that you can see we got it completely stuffed. The meat comes to both ends completely stuffed in there, no air gaps. We'll set this one down, repeat the process for the rest of this meat. Alright, as you can see here, I got them all stuffed. I ended up getting right at 20. You may have a few more or less depending on your stuffing skills there. Alright folks, as you saw in that previous time lapse, it does take some time. It's a little tedious to get these things stuffed. If you got kids at home, with those small fingers, get them in the kitchen to help out. They'll have a blast and it'll save you a lot of headache yourself. So that being said, one thing left to do, and that's wrap these bad boys up because no barbecue is complete without a little more bacon, am I right? I'm using some medium to thick cut bacon here. You don't want to go too thick or too thin. We're going to spend just a little bit more time here. And make sure you get this bacon wrapped all the way around the pasta shell because the fat from the bacon helps cook the pasta. So I'm going to do a slight overlap. And with this bacon I'm using here today, one slice is actually perfect to completely cover that shell, as you can see. You can leave a little exposed, but the better you have it covered, the more you have it covered, the better it will be, of course. So I'm just going to keep repeating this process. Alright folks, with everything wrapped in bacon now, I'm going to go ahead and hit it with one more little dusting or rub just to give it a little extra seasoning. Not necessary, but you know, when you got a chance, why not season stuff? Now, in order for this pasta to cook, like I said, that bacon fat grease, while it renders out of the bacon itself, is going to cook a lot of it. But another pro tip here is to actually cover these up and put them in the fridge overnight. So the juices from the pork and the bacon, everything, start to soften those manicotti shells, or else you end up with a hard, crunchy bite that no one wants. Besides that, you're going to want to make these ahead of time. If you're tailgating or throwing a big barbecue, doing whatever, you know, having friends over, you're going to prep these the night before. So cover these up, throw them in the fridge, and I'll see you tomorrow and we'll throw them in the smoker. Alright folks, welcome back. I just pulled our pork shotgun shells out of the fridge, uncovered them. We're going to head outside, load up the smoker, and get these things cooking. Alright folks, you can see here we got the smoker loaded up with our delicious pork shotgun shells. I went ahead and gave everything a good final dusting with that Grub sweet heat rub. Use whatever you're using in your meat mixture, of course. Slide these back. Now normally I run apple juice when I smoke pork, but I didn't have any today, so I'm going to do a little pineapple juice, the next best thing that goes along with pork. Other than that, we're going to run our normal competition pellets for the smoke flavor. Alright, we're going to run the smoker at 275 to 300 degrees for about an hour. We'll flip them halfway. And then we'll come back and baste each side with some barbecue sauce, about 15 minutes per side. And checking on my pork shotgun shells after 45 minutes at 275 degrees. Came outside and completely thought I burnt them, then realized I'm using my Grub sweet heat rub, which puts a nice bark on everything. Touch that bacon, it's still nice and soft. Going to baste these up with barbecue sauce on both sides, 15 minutes each. Come inside and give them a taste test. Alright folks, we got these tasty pork shotgun shells out of the smoker. I was so worried after checking them, 45 minutes, 275 degrees. I thought I'd burnt them. Realized I used the Grub sweet heat rub on. I don't normally baste the outside with that rub, so scared myself a little bit there, but you know, it happens, it's cooking. We all make mistakes. This time I didn't. Now, after I checked on them, I did baste each side with, did some Sweet Baby Ray's, of course, barbecue sauce, 15 minutes or so per side, let everything set up. Now they've been in here, they've cooled down a bit, so there's one thing left to do, and that's give it the final taste test. So let's see how we did. Well folks, you know I'm going to say I absolutely nailed these pork shotgun shells today, but I think we should bring in a special guest to give his own taste test. What do you think, Xander? Come on over and give it a taste test and tell him what you think. Well, chew it, boy.
Okay.
Take forever. Hurry up with the order. All right, Xander, tell him what you think.
I think it's good because of the bacon,
We all love bacon.
the barbecue sauce, sweet,
Sweet Baby Ray's. Gotta love it.
and the sausage. Is it sausage?
Yep, that's pork sausage.
Is the best thing on there.
All right, folks, you heard it from the official taste tester himself. These pork shotgun shells are absolutely delicious. If you like what I made here today, be sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Tell me how I did. Do you think we should bring back the official taste tester for some more great future content? I think so. He certainly knows what he's talking about. Other than that, Mike here signing off. Until next time, folks, always remember, just keep cooking.